Hello. Right. We have tea. We are good. So today is just a showcase of games that I've bought and that are on my random to-do list, and then I'm going to dive. Except that I'm going to do a long dive and just play for like an hour and a half on each. Or maybe an hour, 2 hours, or maybe an hour on the first, 2 hours on the second. Anyway, I'm just going to play, and then I'm going to end the world's shortest dive. Smallest dive. I just wanted to do something, a token something, now that they've made it so that you can continue previous dives and store and recover them. I'm more motivated to try and recover the one dive I've never, or at least... No, I mustn't have. I've never reached... That's my one from 2016. Because my very first dive took me 2 years to recover, but it recovered. But I never technically recovered it because of the second dive that I did. So I haven't actually done a beam dive since 2020. Where I did the biggest beam dive that I've done, which was 74 games, and 7.4% drop in completion percentage. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's like a activity event thing on True Achievements, which is a website that I use for tracking my Xbox achievements. Beam dive is where you basically unlock one achievement in each game that you haven't started, in order to, put them on your card. So I'm only doing 10 this year because, well, token dive. I still want to recover my percentage. Don't want to go too far below 80. The aim is getting it back up to past 82, which requires me to get like about 600 more achievements, but 580, so 600. Hi, Ray! So, anyway, we're going to do some Moida. Or we're going to solve some Moidas. The first one is on the Marine Express. So, hi, No Pulse. I think this is a visual novel. Why is it trying to sync later? I've not played it yet. Ugh. Also, that is a very hot pillow. I should have put... Yeah! I mean, it's not... It is and it isn't. It's only 26.5, and that's only because I roasted a chicken earlier. I really fancied roast chicken, and then I had a roast chicken sandwich. It was delightful. But it's mostly muggy. It is muggy. It's not sunny, it's muggy, and it's kind of ew. And after this stream, I'm fairly certain I'm going to get a very cold shower just because it's muggy and that is disgusting. But it's not like hot. It's not as hot as it's been, but I got a couple of fans on because, yeah, it's that disgusting, the air is moist and warm. So, yeah. 108. What does that translate to in real money? I mean, I've got a hydrate button. What do I need a second button for? Water the streamer. Oh, right. Okay, well... that's quite loud. Hang on. Settings. Music volume less, please. There we go. This has a little cursor. It's cute. 42? Shit, that's hot. I mean, I'm not complaining about 26.5. I am complaining about the muggy. It wasn't hot. Well, it was kind of warmish when I woke up. It was early, so that was probably why I woke up early. But it wasn't too hot, so I was like, I will just roast the chicken. because then I have chicken, which I can, you know, easily make meals with if it is going to be hot. I thought it was supposed to rain today. It did not rain. I am sad. And then it's like heat waves, and I'm like, what? You promised me rain. Yeah, this is 23 outside. And there's like someone in this general vicinity either has really bad hay fever or just like his yells sound like sneezes. Or possibly there's like an animal who sounds like a human yell sneezing. I don't know. It's been happening a lot and it's kind of jarring. But yeah, I looked at my thing and it said like 80% chance of rain and, you know, a lot, you know, less temperature than I expected. I think yesterday was warmer. There's a thunderstorm warning. Severe weather. It is cloudy and muggy and hotter inside than it is outside. But I went outside to see if it was any cooler and I was like, no, it is still muggy. It is raining north of here, so hopefully it will... Oh, humidity is 68%! No wonder it's muggy! 68% humidity! That is just disgusting! The humidity is making it feel warmer. Yeah, thanks, weather app. Okay, we're not going to talk about the weather, that's boring. But yes, locals, I'm sorry, I hope you have air conditioning. Because that just sounds disgusting. We are going to solve the murder on the the mysteries of Ranko Togawa. The murder on the Marine Express. 1564 Studio. Yeah, so I bought this. So I don't need to give any particular thingy-majiggies. They're all storyline achievements. I'm fairly certain it's a visual novel. It does have a cursor though. Which means that if it has... did I start this? I have a continue button. Oh, no, I did not. Let's just go with chapter 1 then. I keep meaning to start this lots of times. I've been like, I want to stream this, and then I had a well-defined promo backlog that I needed to get through, and I've just been so spacey. Should we just say spacey with streams? And then my USB hub decided it was going to try and murder my motherboard, so that's why we didn't have a stream on Thursday. If you're in my Discord, you would have seen my ranting. I don't need more things failing. I have enough things going wonky without, you know, it taking away my computer. But no, I ordered a power thingy for it because I realized it had the option to have a power thingy. So I'm hoping that that fixes it. I'm not going to turn my computer off because it was installing an update, which I decided to do while I was working because it was the best time to do it, which caused the stress. But anyway, we are all plugged back in. The audio is working. Camera's working. At least I hope everything's working. It looks like everything's working. So we should be good. But yeah, I've been meaning to play this for a while. I've had it for like, oh god, probably about a year or so. As well as the second one that I'm going to stream today. But I just didn't get around to it, and then it showed up on my random to-do list again, and I'm like, look, I don't want to play it without trying to stream it, and at least that would solve a stream. I do need to get my promo list sorted out, my backlog, but... you know, and also it looks like my green screen is particularly creased. It's particularly creased. I will sort that out later. It's good enough. Oh, hey, Mr. Coolness, thank you for the resub. 37 months, blinking it. Yeah, we hit 3 years as an affiliate on the 4th. So that makes sense. You know, we are now in the 37th month of being an affiliate. Yeah. Anyway, that's awesome, Mr. Corners. I believe you were my very, very first subscriber, which is appreciated. Really appreciate this. So yes, chapter 1. The students of Saint Joachim, like Joaquin Phoenix, ride the Marine Express, but their trip doesn't go as they planned. This is the limit of my knowledge of this game, that there is a train and there is a murder. Because it is literally called Murder on the Marine Express. So, let's have a look. How did we let this happen? Calm down, please. You want me to calm down? We have another body right here. How many more does that scumbag need to be happy? Are we going to sit through everyone being killed one by one? Good day, Mr. Killer. How do you do, Mr. Killer? Would you like to stab me with your knife? Nope, no way. Ranko, speak sense. We're going to leave right now and I'm going to friend that bastard myself. And when I do, I swear they're going to regret everything they've done. Okay. Oh, he's little pixel art. Would you hurry up, please? Don't be like that. They're not going to leave without us. I just can't for the life of me understand how you need to visit the toilet so many times when it's not even noon yet. I, however, understand this explicitly. She probably had a mouthful of water. And has travel anxiety. There we go. That's why you need to visit the loo so many times. Because you're supposed to hydrate. I have at least vaguely hydrated today. I've had like a litre of water. No, 2 litres of water. I'm supposed to have 4. I've had half my allowance in water. And then I have a tea, which I have let cool because I was too hot. It's a weird mix of raspberry and lemon with the green tea. It's actually quite refreshing. But yes, I understand. I also do not understand how like so much liquid is produced, but it's not stored. Side effect of having a small bladder. Anyway, how do you store that much liquid in a body so small? Ranko! What? Humans have to excrete the waste we produce. There's no need to feel embarrassed about it. I'm just saying I've never met anyone needing to do it in as many installments as you. Right, but would you please stop talking about it in such a loud voice? You're always so fussy about the little things. Guys, we're here. Where were you? Astrid just can't stop peeking. Go! Sorry for being late. Miss Togawa, would you please join your group already? The train is about to depart and we don't have time for your little shenanigans. Is everyone here? Frank, be useful for once. Help me count the girls. Yes. That's a party pooper if I ever saw one. There's no need to be like that. We're here to have some fun. She's not that bad. She's just worried about us. Yeah, but she could at least relax a bit when we're outside of school. Wish he was a little more like your homeroom teacher. He's so popular among the girls of the academy. And here he is. Ah, Eileen. Wonderful. Can you get the girls from our class? It's time to load the baggage. Yes, of course. Wow, talk about being overfamiliar. I understand though. Irene is such a kind and reliable girl. I guess it's kind of normal to ask her to do these types of jobs, knowing all her classmates like her. Erica, could you please help me look for everyone? Well, maybe not all of her classmates. So everyone's weekends going? It feels like it's been like forever since I streamed. It was Wednesday. That feels like forever. Also no time at all. Mostly forever. It's been a very busy week. But it's been too... Water the streamer. I have recently hydrated. And I do not need... There needs to be no more moisture in the air. Hi, Leaky. It's 68 humidity here, apparently. 68%. It's muggy. And I didn't realise until I sat down and I was like... Ooh. Ooh. But yeah, hopefully everyone's had a decent-ish week, or at least acceptable. Mine was busy. Bad busy? Good busy, actually. Also, I see a little notification in the corner of the screen. Can we click on that? Oh, I can. It's my phone. Ow, I have an itchy finger, which actually is quite sore. Ugh. It's the problem with, like, humidity and stuff is my skin doesn't like it either. Ah, my hands just feel like all the moisture's been sucked out of them. It's a horrible feeling. Anyway, so yeah, I hope everyone's had an acceptable, week. Looking forward to the weekend. I would like some more sleep, please. That has not happened yet. I'm quite tired. Yeah, 26.5 inside, 23 outside. I need to get more outside inside, except that the outside is quite muggy, so it really just feels like 26 everywhere. Okay, so Marinette. Greetings, this is the general chat for the trip. Please use it to report any related issues. You can also use the chat to... How do I scroll? Probably with the mouse. Talk about your experience and share pictures with the rest of your peers. Please be respectful to other alumni and don't waste your time staring at your phone. Serious here, I'll confiscate the phone of anyone participating in improper behaviour, so think twice before doing so. That being said, let's try to have a great trip. This is a great time. This is going to be a long trip, so make the most of it. Thank you kindly for your attention. Regards, Jessica Marble. Thank you for this reenactment of the 10 Commandments. Oh, you got bugs. There's not been... I'm going to jinx myself if I say it. There's not been so many bugs around here. Touch wood. A few flies, but usually it's worse. Probably because it got hot later than usual. I don't know, maybe. I forgot to take my antihistamine last night though, so woke up with an extremely sniffly nose, and the problem with the humidity is that the back of my throat feels horrible. For playing the clown, you're going to be the first one to lose their phone. Do you know who they are? It's me, Mario. Okay, so contacts. Renko, Astrid, Irene, Lena, Frank Brown, Orica, Catherine, Katya, Mal, Lawrence, Madeline, Jessica, Spike, and Clarice. Clarice Rossellini, not Ronaldo. Ah, I can choose cats. Then ooh. So I can do for background. I thought this was going to be something different. Okay, well then we're going to have cats. Settings. Oh. We're all set. Right. And then the log, I'm assuming, is the chat log. Okay. Burbs water. Yeah, burbs. Yeah, it shouldn't evaporate as much, but you may need to change it more frequently because it's not evaporating in the humidity. I'm just fantasizing about that cold shower after the stream. Anyway, see you later, guys. Ta. Lawrence was the Scottish one. All sophomores, attention please. Please come and collect your information brochures. Let's see. Saint Joachim Preparatory School was selected to enjoy the maiden voyage of the new submarine train, which connects the west coast with Japan. A tour trip offering scenic views of the marine life in the oceanic depths. Oh my god, that sounds quite cool. Also scary. Whilst also including thematic activities and luxury food along the journey. Submarine train. I can't think of anything more absolutely terrifying. I have enough problems in the train going under the tunnel, under the channel tunnel, as a train and as a car. horrible experience as a car, to be fair. At least with the train, you've got more room, but still not great. I get claustrophobic. But not being able to, like... That's a lot of water. At least there's, like, the tunnel and the train. If you're... I don't know, maybe there's... Because if you're seeing the aquatic stuff, then, you know, the tunnel is not... There's not a tunnel, there's a submarine train. So, Well, I don't have to go on it, just the characters. Anyway. Knowing how wealthy and influential the families of St. Joachim's students are, I can't help but wonder if the decision came from the school itself as an educational trip. If someone pulled a few strings to indulge a whim of their daughter. I'm so happy that we managed to get a room for us. Just for us in the cabin allocation raffle. And who should you be thanking for such an honour? You, a graceful queen of the toilet. Goodness, maybe I still have time to find another roomie. I'm indebted to you, my lady and master. I plead for your mercy. That's better. Always with the chip on your shoulder. I could spare these kinds of lame skits if you would just be a good child for once. Just no having fun with you. Okay, first years are already in. If everyone is here, you can board too. Finally, I can't wait to see the fish from underwater. You don't know. Trip, I think we'll be yawning in no time. Come on, I'm sure this will be a really interesting trip. You say so. Also, yeah, I'm exhausted. It's muggy. The yawning is 100% on me and not the game. Though, this is not a promo game, so if the game were boring, I mean, I would say anyway, if the game was boring. Generally, if a game is boring, I will actually physically start falling asleep. But sometimes I do that because I'm just really tired. But to be fairly honest with my opinions, I like to think I'm fairly honest with my opinions on games. Either which way, I got cats now. But yeah, I bought these, so I don't have to, you know, say any ethics statements, because this is all me. Yes. Excuse me. Oh, and I got my first blue. Start your adventure. So technically this is doved, but we'll do we're gonna do, you know, a portion of the story. And then we'll switch to a different game, which is also a murder mystery. But yeah, I'm literally doing 10 games in a dive. It is a small token dive, because I kind of lost the joy, the joy for doing dives. I've just got too many games started already that I need to finish. So anyway, and everyone kept on asking me when I was doing a dive, and I'm like, okay, do a dive. Total peer pressure. It's fine. There was no peer pressure. I just decided to do one this year. Okay, closing the closet, check. The rooms aren't exactly big, but we have every essential commodity here. Do you have a kettle, some water, toilet, bed, and reading material? Well, exactly. I mean, I have a backlog anxiety without needing to dive them, because I just have a spreadsheet full of games that I need to showcase at some point, which I do need to go through, but yeah. No one has figured out a third level gamification of... Third level? What are the other two levels? I mean, there will be another contest at the end of the month. Should hopefully help with a dive. I'm hoping it's not too complicated to get the badge to stay in our little club. I don't mind if it, you know, time consuming or whatever, as long as it's not, like, complicated. Can't believe we're inside a train. The route is longer than travelling by plane. We have to make sure the passengers have everything they might need. Found any scuba gear in the closet. I wanted to go greet the crabs this afternoon. There's no scuba gear, you dork. How do you expect to go swimming when we're surrounded by a glass tunnel? Ah, so they're in a glass tunnel. Okay. Glass not massively safe underwater. I've seen those movies. Kind of looks like they're above water at the moment. Or in the water, like going into the water. So, I wonder if it's like the Marina Trench and stuff. I don't know. It was the west coast in Japan. Marina Trench is like north of Australia, I believe. My oceanic geography is... well, I have zero knowledge. Okay, I have like maybe 5% knowledge from stuff that I've absorbed over the years, but definitely not enough to remember where the Marina Trench is. Anyway, I am going to yawn again. How are we going to breathe? If there's an emergency and what if the tunnel gets flooded? The train is ready to keep going in amphibian mode. We are only using the tunnel for aerodynamics and security reasons. You wouldn't be asking so many stupid questions had you read the darn brochure. Oh, bummer. I wanted to go out and put starfish in my hair like mermaids do. Well, for now, let's start by going out of this room. Just thinking about spending more time here with you is making me wish to be eaten by a shark. Or two. This is cute. Seems like there are some people in the corridor. And those are sockeyed salmon. They move so fast. Sockeyed salmon are born in rivers, then travel to the open sea when they're ready to migrate. Once they start maturing, they get their unique red hue and swim hundreds of miles across the northern Pacific. Then they come back to home to breed and end their life cycle. Are you observing the fish? You can see the ones that live closer to land from here. The view is really gorgeous. Okay, so they're not actually they are under the water. It's just for some reason the water has two levels and there's fish in what look like the sky. Can't believe we're able to behold the depths of the ocean from inside a train. A trip could be a wonderful chance to learn more about marine biology. But don't forget that you're here to enjoy yourself and make good memories with your friends. Absolutely. Look at that fish over there. It has such a weird shape. Where? One over there. That is just a floating trash bag. Oh, what about that one there? The delicious looking one. I feel equally worried and fascinated by your way of classifying fish. Well, I think I should be going. I have to keep an eye on Frank before he gets himself into hot water with Miss Marple again. See you at lunch. Later, Mr. Shepherd. See, he's obviously Scottish. Over familiar again. Okay, you seem down. Oh, it's nothing. It's just, my sister would have loved this trip. If I remember correctly, Lena's sister passed away a couple of years ago. It must be hard when someone dear to you isn't there anymore, especially when you'd like to share a moment with that person. Some more reason to enjoy the voyage. You should have a good time for her too. You observe the fish with us. And then we'll eat the ones that look tastiest. I don't think we're going to be catching fish. Please stop thinking about eating every animal you see. This is not a fish buffet. We'll order the ones we want to eat later, right? We have to choose fast if we don't want to miss out on the best ones. I don't think that's how the meals here work. Thanks for cheering me up. I'm sorry for being a spoilsport. Please, perish the thoughts. You aren't a spoilsport. Nope. When Ranko yells at me and I start feeling down, thinking about Bloomins always makes me smile again. Bloomins? They're famous characters in my home country. Whenever I think about them, it reminds me of their adventures and all my worries fly away. I'm sure they'll help you too, Lena. Just like they do when Ranko bullies me. Would you please stop using me as an example? Just take some pins from my collection with me. I'll give you each one so the Bloomins can bring you happiness too. Oh, so cute. Thank you, Astrid. Here, take one, you mean? Wow, thank you. Astrid's his Blooming's biggest fan. She might even live in the official Blooming's museum for all I know. Yet, Finland's HQ says there's still a few small things to sort out before they will grant us the full license. I don't know how to feel about that, so... Huh. How cute. The dorky quartet are all friends. Sweet. Huh? You lot could take a quick dip out there just so we can be spared of your sappy acting. Jeez, here they are. There are lots of clownfish in the area, in the sea. I'm sure they're missing you. That's right. The clownfish live on the Southeast Asian side of the ocean. There isn't any around here. Yeah, that, the smart ass with her nerdy facts. Don't think we didn't see you following Mr. Shepherd around like a dirty lapdog. Makes me sick to look at you constantly trying to get him to notice you even the tiniest bit. Don't do that. Oh, Mr. Shepherd, please hug me. I'm drooling over you. I'm so desperate. How dare you besmirch the name of Cat? Okay, that's enough. All of us already find you unbearable, but now you're going a step too far. Is that so? Are you really trying to say this to... Oh, say this... Biatch isn't following Teach everywhere. That is what she's trying to do with him when they're all alone. It's true there's some rumours about her having a relationship with Mr. Shepherd, but it's Irene. I don't know if she likes Teach like that, but she's not the type to do that stuff at all. I thought you were way smarter than this, Togawa. I'm disappointed to see that you're friends with this jerk, and now you're even defending her. Seems like you lack as much brain as she does. You think so? Well, no one knows more about being brainless than you, but I'm afraid you and I are quite different. Oh god. Hi, Terrigan. Von Coin. Yeah, I never quite understood that. It was... weird. That was weird, but yes. I wish we could get... now, you see, if we had reward points for gamer score, that would just get abused as well, wouldn't it? Yeah, there was this thing called Von Coin a few years back now. I partnered with TA to offer, like, monetary thingies, rewards and raffles and stuff for earning achievements. You are multitasking, watching the F1 qualifying. Ah. Must be some ungodly hour if the F1's on. Always seems to be some ungodly hour for the F1. Yep. midnight for you. Not too ungodly, actually. To be fair, that's probably normal, but, yeah. Enjoy your vroom vrooms. No, it wasn't NFT. No, it was like a currency. And then you could like use them to... It was like an auction raffle. I said raffle, but I think it was more of an auction thing. There was like possibly auctions and raffles. Anyway, you could earn coin. Yeah, were they? Oh god! I mean, I literally like wasn't playing the games that they were offering stuff for. So, yeah. That was the buzzword. Okay, fair enough. I mean, maybe the blockchain was used to, like, validate stuff. Whatever. I mean, blockchain itself is not a dirty word. Blockchain is a valid technical concept. But a lot of the things that are on the blockchains are... No, dirty words. But yes. Blockchain has become dirty by association, yes. But originally, it was a really cool concept. That is kind of silly. Unless you happen to have been friends with... Oh, Van Coin is now Von Republic. Similar concept to before. Fair enough. That might explain those emails that I just delete because I'm like, meh, don't remember signing up to this. Sometimes it's too much effort to try and unsubscribe to things. But anyway. It was a thing. It didn't really happen. It didn't really, you know, go anywhere. Do we have... Oh, we have some more marionette stuffs. This train is amazing! It's meant to be kind of cramped, but it's actually pretty spacious. Oh, we just left the station. I already saw lots of fish. I hope it's like this the whole time. I saw some really cute ones too. I wonder if this train bothers them. The sight of a giant metal snake running through their habitat might be frightening to them. I never thought about that. They say Gretel Thunder supervised the project and gave it her approval. Aww. Shout out to Greta Thunberg. Wow. And it's eco-friendly for sure. Greta Thunder? The one from the World Environment Organization? All construction projects now have to meet her criteria on environmental impact regulations, or they go right to the shredder. My, that's a lot of power. Can't believe a young activist ended up in such a position. It's not like there were any other options available. Someone had to take charge after the 50th wave of coronavirus. World War III, the invasion and the zombie infestation. Yeah, 2021 was an intense year. Mind you, I mean, they say that, but didn't we have like killer bees at one point? Or killer wasps? Hornets or something? Yeah, I am aware, Tarkin. I never bought into that thing. I was always extremely skeptical when people brought it up. Mind you, I'm always very skeptical about things. No, it's fine. We're just mocking 2021 in the game. I'm loving it. All that actually happened? No, it didn't. Please go study your history books, all of you. Well, honestly though, like 2020, 2021, there was some really intense shit going on. I swear like every single month there was something. Yes, I would love to own a receipt saying that you wrote a tweet. That wrote a message. That would be excellent. Yeah. The only other thing that I wish I'd known about was maybe like buying Bitcoin back when it was very, very small and potentially, you know, having a decent nest egg. But I've not done too badly. I don't spend much money except buying games and the occasional treat. It's not like I go anywhere. So, you know, I can save. I have the privilege and the luxury of being able to save. And I'm grateful because, you know, life can be really shitty. And being able to afford food and shelter is kind of good. Anyway, I'm getting maudlin. I'm hoping that the stream is all still tickety-boo after my USB hub mishap later midweek. It does look like the mic's running and the subtitles are going and my camera's working. Hi. And my stream deck's working, so yeah. Cross fingers, we're all good. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, let's get to the moiders. Oh, you're right about that. We wildcats are a gazillion times better than pitiful lowlifes like you. You're like throwing fingers at you. I'm gonna sneeze in a minute, I think. God, I really wish I hadn't looked up the humidity level. Now I just feel moist. And not in a good way. Astrid, did you bring a bloomin'... Well, it wasn't... No, it wasn't even the BIOS. It didn't get to the BIOS check. It was like literally as it started up, it was just so weird. I thought it was like a virus or something. I was quite alarmed. I've never seen anything like that before. I still haven't managed to figure out what was going on with the NVIDIA error last week either. And I can't update my video card driver, which bothers me. I think there's a bug in that version. But yeah. Anyway, no more talking about computer issues. We don't want to jinx anything. I don't need any more stress. Would just like to get through a few weeks without any more stress, except that my server provider is closing down, so I have to migrate a freaking server. Which I did not need. Was that on top of my computer playing silly buggers that stressed me out on Thursday. So anyway, no more talking about computer errors. You can continue talking about NFTs. That's fine. If you really want to, and blockchains. But yes, no more. Do not jinx the universe for me, please. Astrid, did you bring a blooming chainsaw by any chance? I think it's time for some cat steaks. Calm down, please. Gosh, they get on my nerves so hard. Don't pay attention to those three. President. They are quite the impudent bunch for the freshmen, but they all bark and no bites. And fall for their provocations. But they were bad-mouthing Irene. They can't go around saying that stuff about her. Maddie, I don't know what your relationship... Oh, Baker, I don't know what your relationship with Mr. Shepherd is, but it would be better for you if you didn't spend so much time with him. Even if they are only messing with you out of jealousy, it'd be best to keep some distance from Mr. Shepherd. Save yourself the trouble. Well, don't just stand around here. Use this time to explore the train. Lunch will be ready soon, and then we'll begin with the activities. Try to make the most of your time here on board. What's her problem? There's no need for a lecture like that. I thought she was going to stand up for you. No, she's right. I should stop spending my time with Mr. Shepherd. It's all my fault. But... So, why don't we get back to observing the fish? I'm sure we'll spot some rare ones now that we're a little further out. We can even see one of those sashimi Ranko's always talking about. Yeah, look, okay, no, I'm too exhausted to explain. Let's just let that one go. Fairly certain sashimi is raw fish, sushi type thing. Jellyfish. I must admit, I'm a little hungry after all that fish gazing. Maybe I'm spending too much time with Astrid. That dummy only thinks about food and bloomins. And on rare occasions, she does so simultaneously. Anyway, I hope the food here lives up to expectation. For now, let's continue having a pleasant time on this trip. You're thinking about food right now, aren't you? Huh? It's written on your face. It looks like I'm not the only glutton aboard. Damn you and your sharp senses. I think they'll serve us soon. I'm a little hungry myself. Greetings, ladies. My name is Spike Johnson. But I'm gonna make myself sound like this, because why not? Sounds a wee bit like Michelle from Gilmore Girls. My name is Spike Johnson, and I'll be your steward for the voyage. Today's menu is a seafood salad, followed by a main course of salmon with Dijon sauce, lobster thermidor. Your choice. Everything looks so delicious. Our food is always fresh and high quality. If you wish, you can request any fish you see by the window and we'll serve it to you for your next meal. Astrid is going to be so happy. I actually do that. Smirk. Just kidding, of course. Oh, someone please get me out of here. These are your dishes. Please call for me if there's anything you need. Shall we start? Bon appetit. Food is delicious as expected. Salad offers a wide range of flavours, and the salmon comes with a mild sauce that matches the taste of the fish perfectly. Well, Dijon is a French moutarde. So I would imagine that salmon with the Dijon sauce would be quite nice. Too convinced on the seafood salad? Does it have salad in, or is it just mixed seafood? Because that is not something that I have an appeal for. Mainly because a lot of seafood I am allergic to. Not fish, which is good because I like fish. Small chats. Oh, why can't we go to the dining car yet? I'm hungry. Please kindly wait for your turn. There's not enough room for that many guests at once. You're in the second group, then you'll have to wait a little. Bummer, such a letdown. I thought it was a luxury train. You'll have to understand that we're a large group of people and they have neither enough space or nor staff to take care of us all at once. Instead of wasting your time complaining, perhaps you could look for other things to do. Join the ocean view on your afternoon schedule or make some progress with your readings. If you're that bored, I brought some textbooks with me. We can look over the course syllabus and review what you should already know. I'm glad we have such a capable and organised president. She's so dependable. Long live our president. Thank you. I'm far from being any Shirley Chisholm, but I'm delighted knowing I can be of help to my student peers. She's pulling your leg, Wiz. We're on vacation, so take it easy, Gracie. She's not fun at all. Oh yeah, I'm fun. Am I? You have the entire trip to figure it out. If there's anything rings delightful lunch, it'll be the chatter of our hateful neighbours. Hey, you sit next to her in class. Doesn't it creep you out that she's always following Mr. Shepherd around? Yes, I'm sure she's already invited Teach to her room so she can jump on him. Bimbo takes any chance she can get to cling to him. Well, it seems Teach ditched his pet this time around. I'm sure she's crying her heart out right now. Things probably haven't gotten out of hand yet because he's such an honest gentleman. But you can't trust that minx. See, do people always blame the woman? It's very, very, very rarely the woman's fault in these things. Men are in the position of power, and especially with a teacher and a student. I just watched the entire season of Rise of the Pink Ladies, and I'm feeling quite opinionated about these things. I'm probably not going to opinionate all over the stream, but anyway. Oh. Everything aches when it's hot. My neck aches. My ribs ache. Anyway. Yeah, well, hopefully they get murdered and then we can be like, oh no, we should find out who's doing the killing. But it's okay because it was only the mean girls. Unless one of the nice girls gets murdered. Or the teacher. Maybe it'll be Miss Lawrence. I don't know. Anyway. Anyway. Any plans for the weekend, or aside from I know Tarragon's moving house, and watching the racing. Anyone playing any cool games or dived anything cool? They're doing a bean dive, or I don't know. Got any plans for holidays? Hey, we can hear you. Hey, you dolts, pass that salt shaker on the cart. Leave it with those more worthy of it. Oh, I just laughed and my spine cracked. Oh, I'm getting old, everyone. Yeah. It was a very silent crack, but I felt it. That must have taken a lot of self-restraint. And the look on your face, I'm sure you're going to give him hell for the rest of the day. Yes, I'm so proud of you. It looks like you're finally learning to control your bad temper. Don't get ahead of yourself. You might change your mind in a few seconds. Huh? What have you done this time? Just loosen the salt shaker a little before giving it to them. Now their meal tastes as bad as talking to them feels. You're absolutely hopeless. Why couldn't you just let it go? Because they're bullies. And bullies don't actually listen to reason. If I knew how to actually diffuse a bully situation, I feel like I would be rich. Except that I wouldn't charge for it. I would let everybody know how you defuse a bully. I don't. Because, you know, I was always one. No, I'm not going to go into this. Anyway. Bullies are bad. It's called poetic justice, and it's the only thing that gives me strength to endure everyday life. Don't be so overdramatic. I'll apologise to them later. Absolutely not. They deserve that, especially after saying all those nasty things about you. Every act has a consequence, and it's time they learnt their lesson. You don't have to worry about me. I'm used to their verbal abuse. Those scoundrels reminded me about Mr. Shepherd. When we were with Teach before, it seemed like he was planning to join us, and he went off with some of the seniors. If Irene actually likes Mr. Shepherd, I hope she isn't upset about being stood up. Yikes. Irene and Lena are staring at him too. I can guess what they're thinking. We need something to change up the mood here. Stat! How are you doing, girls? Perfect timing. Hi, Mr. Brown. The food here is delicious. Glad to hear it. The chance to eat such tasty dishes doesn't come by so often. Did you eat yet, mister? Some of the food is still being served, so I'm taking the chance to look around and check everything is alright. By the way, why were those girls screaming before? Pay them no mind, they have no control over their volume. Roger that. Well, I'll suppose I'll go grab a bite of those yummy dishes. I know we're underwater and such, but I have to admit that being spoilt like this, I feel a bit like a fish out of water. Was that a joke? Not a fan of that joke. Oh, here, Cake, here's a good one. Why didn't the Murray come to see us off? Just feeling a little ill. That could be taken one of two ways. Please stop. Nothing. Wow, tough crowd. Okay, no more puns. I can tell you're giving me a fishy look. We love you, Mr. Brown, but don't ever do that again, for God's sake. I think it's time I go back to my table. Maybe now. Oops. Look what I've done. Don't worry, we'll help you pick everything up. Is everyone alright? I accidentally knocked the cart over. Everything's under control now. Please excuse my clumsiness. Yeah, where's Scruff when you need him? We've got puns. I like puns. I understand puns. Puns make me happy. I am so exhausted. The heat combined with the heat waking me up early. Or at least the humidity combined with the humidity waking me up earlier. Early. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, who gets up that early? It's just throwing me. I'll get a cold shower after the stream. And then try and get an early night at some point, I think. Hopefully that should alleviate 2 problems. If I can sleep. But I'll make sure I've got my fan with me this time. I've been spoilt by the nice cool air for the previous week. Just hope that it doesn't heat up and it does do a good thunder. I do like a good thunder. Please think nothing of it. I beg your pardon for having left it so close to the table. It's okay, it wasn't a big deal. Allow me to move it so I won't get in your way again. Well, time to go enjoy your meal. Sure, thank you. By the way, I wanted to ask, what are your plans for later? The schedule looks rather peculiar, I haven't decided yet. I'm not for anything you might find interesting. Me too, I have to fulfill my promise to make the most of this trip. It's the spirit, but first we have to eat this delicious food to replenish our strength. Girl, I'm so stuffed. There's no end to your ridiculousness. How could you eat both of the main courses? Both look so tasty, I didn't want to have to pass up on one of them. Well, I guess you got your just desserts. This is what happens when you're a greedy guts. Look on the bright side. You become rounder, you look more like one of your dear bloomins. Phew, I'm stuffed. Everything was delicious. It was. I'm really looking forward to dinner now. Undersea landscapes are the main charm of the travel, but it looks like food is strong and tender. Yeah, this is great. Scroll bar, come on. They had everything covered. Vegan, halal, and kosher menus are available too. Apparently the courses were designed by a 3-star Michelin chef. You mean like Dominique Crenn? Not sure if it was her, but yes. No wonder it was so tasty. That was a gorgeous meal. I wish there was some way to get it on sliced bread. I could eat that and look at the sea all day long. Can! We call it Smorgastarta. Smorgastarta in Sweden. It's like a sandwich cake with mixed salad filling, but you can stuff it with anything you want. There's no party without them. Come on, Astrid. Stop talking about your glutton fantasies like they're real meals. We call that Sanduchon in South America. See, making it up. Goodness gracious. The texting and talking, which is hilarious to me. Nothing like talking about bloomins to cheer her up. So what's the plan for this afternoon then? Haven't looked at the schedule yet. Maybe we should consider our options and sign up for the most promising activities. Let's take a look at the brochure. Day 1 schedule. 3 p.m. Pacific Ocean. You look at the fauna. 4 p.m. Facial beauty. Goodbye cucumber. Hello sea cucumber. No. 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 5 p.m. Decorative caress. 6 p.m. dinner and show. Mollusk Sisters live concert. Real-time hologram. Who's the whiz that came up with these things? When Irene said that the schedule was rather peculiar, I certainly wasn't expecting this. No, it looks interesting to me. Can't wait to see the Mollusk Sisters live. Their electro-flamenco style where they use muscles as castanets seems quite innovative. Well, to start with, we should attend the first panel talk, which is the most... Please say we've got a moida already. What was that? Maybe the talk began already. Don't be so silly, it came from the other direction. Let's take a look, maybe someone is hurt. Come on, give me a moida! There's a girl on the floor shaking. Why is she in so much distress? Are you alright? Are you alright? She can't speak, she only points inside the room in front of us. The door is open! They're inside. The body of a man is lying across the bed with a large red stain on his shirt and blood pooling around him. Oh no, it's the Scottish guy. We'll have to find someone else to be Scottish then. Mr. Shepherd. No. See, I said it was going to be him. This isn't part of the schedule, right? Please tell me this is a joke. The hell happened here? No, this can't be happening. Why? It's not the first time I've seen a dead person, but the context this time is very different. Water the stream! I have a watering can, but I was using it to water my herbs. I got some very tiny, very, very tasty strawberries from my strawberry plants this summer, but I feel like they're strawberried out, and I don't have the wherewithal to get more runners. But it was nice having strawberries. I'm attempting to cultivate some parsley, and my mint is out of control. Yes, no stretching the streamer in case of cracking. I was laughing and my spine went pop. It's fine. It's probably to do with the heat and like a buildup of synovial gas in the joints or something equally scientific. Really need to sort out my green screen, but at least it looks slightly better on this cat colour. It's not as obvious that there are dents. I unlocked an RTTL! Excellent! This was the first one on my list, so that does not surprise me. Was it the... Yep, it was the very first achievement. I love it when that happens. It's very convenient. Woohoo! I have a grand total of unlocked, but I have at least now started nearly all the games. I've got the next game to start before I've actually started all of the games. Oh no, actually no, there's 2 that are planned for later in the month, but I'm not gonna dive them because they are co-stream games. I kind of want to get all the achievements on stream, but yes. Yes, this game is also, this is the only reason I joined the X Target, is because of this game. Because I was like, can I get enough without having to fart around? And the answer was yes, if I play this game. Obviously the Bean Dive one was just, you know, a joke. The other one with 20G achievements? Not games have 20G achievements these days, so I didn't bother joining that target. I joined no targets because I couldn't be bothered. I'm very picky and choosy. I did like my little wall of medals. Now it's just a number. It's less fun. But anyway, we've got a dead person. And I got an achievement. We'll do a little bit more to find out more of the story. Then we'll have a short break to get some more hydration and do a careful stretch, hopefully with no popping. And then we will switch games. But, you know, a little bit more. I want to find out a little bit more about this. It's not the first time I've seen a dead person, but the context this time is very different. This time it's serious. No, a word like that doesn't grasp the severity of the situation. I mean, it's literally called, like, what you dive, have you been diving or whatever? I mean, it's like, come on. Picky and choosy could be the titular characters of a pixel art puzzle game. Yes, yes, they really could be. When I figured out all the nuances of how one creates a point-and-click game, I'm totally gonna create something. It'll be all, you know, blocks and, you know, no art because I can't draw. But I'd love to see if I could figure out the mechanics for a point-and-click game. I know it sounds easy, but I'm sure there's intricacies. The moment Joe was alone. No, at the moment I'm following this tutorial to make a little overcooked clone, which I have got about 2/3 of the way through, and then I've just been slammed at work. But I'm hoping I might get a little bit of time to do some next week. Also, next week I'll have been app preloaded for 3 months, which is pretty cool. I don't know where time has gone. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I had like, I don't know, was it like 4 weeks or 6 weeks off between jobs? And that just disappeared. I was like gonna do other things, and I did one of the things. Maybe 2 of the things. I did maybe 2 of the things. I did visit a lot of friends. The butler did it. I don't even know if we've got a butler. Do you mean the waiter, the French guy? He's not really French. I just made him French. Spike. His Spike. That's very suspicious. But yes, what should we do? Should we look for help? There's nothing we can do for him now, but... Go! Ah! Sorry. Come on, Ranko. This is time to falter. Wake up. Let's get out of here. We can't contaminate the scene. We need to find the teachers and the nurse. ASAP. Hey, did you see anything? Who did this, Mr. Shepherd? And then like that. Do you think there's any way to save him? Please tell me there is. Teacher's a bloodstain on his chest. Looking at the hole in his shirt, he was probably stabbed with a knife or something. The wound itself doesn't seem too deep, but it pierced his heart. You don't need to be a medical expert to see that his death was most likely almost instant. Maybe it severed the aorta. That's fairly fatal. Cloud is starting to gather and peek in. This doesn't seem like the time for an interrogation. We need to seal this place off before panic starts to spread. What are you doing here? What's all this ruckus about? Togwa, Larson, I demand an explanation. Sorry, but it's better you see for yourself. We just got here. Frank, come with me. Let's see what new mischief they've gotten up to. Yeah, coming. Lawrence, no! Holy mother of... What happened here? This girl is the one who found him. We came right after we heard her scream. Frank, don't just stand there. Seal off the area and go look for Ms. Adams right now. And you, the one on the floor, come here immediately. You're going to tell me what happened here. Frank, let's go. Oh, let's go, girls. You heard Miss Marble. Yes, Mr. Brown. I want to, like, investigate the crime scene. Miss Marble looks really angry right now. If she clenches her fist any harder, she might hurt herself. Come on, Rango, let's go get some fresh air. I know Miss Marble wants us out of the way, but we have to get to the bottom of this case. Do you think we can find out who did it? Whoever it was, they must have gotten dirty pulling out the weapon. So the rest of the girls, maybe they saw something. What matters most right now is finding the culprit before panic starts to spread. Someone was murdered, and we don't know if the rest of us are in danger too. We have to figure out what happened before things get even more out of hand. Are you okay? Yeah, it's just a terrible thing to do. Mr. Shepherd. No idea, but there's no way I can sit on my hands after seeing that. Promise we'll find the culprit, and whoever they are, they will pay for what they've done. Every act has a consequence. Oh no, I got 2. I completed chapter 1. In my bean dive, but that's acceptable. I think someone said it was like, as long as you get less than 5. Anyway, you don't remember seeing anything unusual then? No, I don't think so. No, we're eating and then stayed here just chatting for a bit. I don't remember seeing anything out of the ordinary. Mickey's online. Understood. Thank you for your help. Sorry for taking up your time. Not at all. I hope you find something soon. Right, and our query. The rumor's true? Mr. Shepherd's dead. When did that happen? A while ago there was a ruckus in the corridor. It was from one of the seniors. Goodness. Mr. Shepherd. I liked him a lot. He was such a good teacher. Who did it? Does anyone know who the culprit is? No idea. I have someone in mind, though. Guess who you're thinking about? Will they let us enter Japan with a dead body on board? It's not like we're bringing him with us for fun. It's a passport with him, at least. Don't think I'll be needing it anymore. That's not necessarily true. It may be requested, depending on the country. In 1974, Egypt sent Ramesses to his body to France for them to restore it. However, French law dictates that any person dead or alive must be carrying a valid passport to enter the country. The Egyptian authorities had to issue a passport with the pharaoh's photo so we could enter it legally. I don't think Teacher's case is comparable with a 3,000-year-old mummy. It was an interesting piece of trivia. Wait, are the rumors true? Mr. Shepherd's dead? There we go again. No, query of the Dining Court. It wasn't long before news of Mr. Shepherd's murder had spread like wildfire, and grief had blended with disbelief among those present here. For now, none of the girls we spoke with provided any interesting information that could be useful in finding the culprit. Hey, Rango, do you think there's really someone who might know something? Well, what I think is we won't get anywhere if we don't ask any questions. It has to be someone who knows about Teacher's last moments or that saw someone going back to his room. Not sure we'll be lucky enough to find someone like that. Well, look at that. I think I just found one such person. Hey, Bayland. Huh? You stayed here after lunch? Have you any idea around what time Mr. Shepherd left? Sis, now you're playing sleuth? You're a little old for that. Learn about the string of events between Teach leaving his car and his body being found in his room. It could be quite relevant. I don't know, I wasn't paying any attention. Not like your little friend, she wouldn't take her eyes off him. Who are you talking about? Irene, who else? That moron couldn't stop looking at him at lunch. I think you would close your stupid investigation soon if you went straight to asking her. Sure, she's the one who killed Teach. That's a very serious accusation. Do you think so? Come on, are you pulling my leg? Don't you get it? She was laser-eyeing Teach the whole time during lunch. I'm surprised she didn't start an actual fire in his face. Stare an actual hole into his face. Where the heck did I get fire from? He ditched Irene for those seniors and she took that the wrong way. And she got the typical pang of jealousy and snapped it in classic revenge. I would laugh at the cliché of it weren't there such a tragic event. You don't have any proof of what you're saying. Please don't give me that. Everyone knows about their relationship. They even agreed to meet after lunch, or this is pretty clear to me. How are you so sure? Just before leaving, Mr. Shepherd excused himself, saying that he had a date waiting for him. Would that be if not your slutty friend? Obviously met in his room, argued, and she lost her marbles. Well, that contradicts what you said before. What? You said you weren't paying any attention to him, but it seems like you were actually pretty watchful of his every move. Maybe you even dared to follow him after that. Well, I know you're as suspicious as Irene is. Come on, Renko. Listen, don't get me mixed up in your stupid delusions. You want to fool yourself into thinking I'm the murderer, then do as you please. I'm just telling you what I saw and what I think. Ivor! Understood. Let's go, Astrid. We have all we need here. I would be careful if I were you. Irene is a psycho. You should keep it locked somewhere to prevent more tragedies. If I were you, I'd take more care to hold my tongue. You could die from your own poison. Do you really think it was Irene? Don't listen to that sourpuss. She's taking advantage of the situation and using it to shed bad light on Irene, but there's nothing to prove any of what she said. We should keep asking questions about Mr. Shepherd's last movements. So too. I'm going to mistrust a friend. I'm sure I'll find the truth behind all this if we keep at it. Yeah. Don't want to suspect Irene either, but it's true she didn't seem very pleased about being ditched so unexpectedly. The relationship everyone talks about is real, and I wonder how far she would go if driven by jealousy. After all, is heartbreak not one of the most common motives in murder cases? Jealousy is. Some seem like they wouldn't hurt a fly, but end up committing terrible crimes when they lose their minds. It's hard to know how far one may go, no matter how well you know them. Isn't that the girl from before, the one in the corridor? Hmm? Yes, she is. We couldn't ask her about what she saw back then. Let's not waste our chance now. Do you need something? Well, we are the ones who found you when you screamed. Oh, sorry for not recognizing you. I'm sure you understand that I wasn't paying much attention to who was nearby, considering the circumstances. Absolutely, that was quite a frightening experience. Do you feel any? Yes, thank you. I usually keep a cool head, but that was a pretty heavy knockback. I got completely overwhelmed. I've recovered a little more, though. Glad to hear. I'm Astrid, by the way, and this is Ranko. We're sophomores in Mr. Brown's class. My name's Clarice Rossellini. A pleasure. We'd like to ask you about what happened in there. To explain what I know to Ms. Marble is not a lot I can say, actually. Any detail could be instrumental in understanding this case. Let's see, I was eating lunch here with some friends, and we called Mr. Shepherd over to eat with us. He scored a 3-pointer by accepting our offer, and we had a nice time chatting with him. Then he left just before desserts came because he had to meet with someone. I wanted to talk with him in private too, but I thought it was better to wait a little so he could finish what he had to do. Then I made a sprint for his room after a bit and knocked on the door. I thought maybe he'd left because no one answered, but then I saw the door wasn't locked and I tried to open it. Once I found him inside, I was so scared that my legs gave out. It was like the other team scored a touchdown in the last quarter. 3-pointer, sprint, touch, hoop. I can't understand half the things you just said. It's sports lingo. I should know those words. It's pretty obvious you don't play any sports. Men's sana in corpore sano, right? Yeah, you have to move to be fit. Lingo's just a compliment. The important thing is to play a sport that gets you into shape. Home run. Go! Ugh. Pon seo nagai. Nagi. Oh, you'll have to think of a better catchphrase. That wasn't even bogey level. Just take it step by step. Sorry? The heck are we doing right now? Well, this is all I can tell you. I'm sorry I can make no help. Wait, you didn't explain why you wanted to talk with Teach. Oh, right. Don't tell anyone, okay? I've been playing all sorts of sports since I was a kid. My dream is to become a pro. Up until now, I've won several tournaments, and I'm proud to be pretty good at every sport I've tried. But recently, I'm going through a little slump with tennis, so I'm not really at my best. If things go on like this, I'm afraid my grant might get revoked, and then I won't be able to keep studying at San Joaquin. Is that why you went to see Mr. Shepherd to ask him for help? Yeah, he's the one that was the one leading the PE department. I thought maybe if I talked with him, he would support me in case things went south. I didn't expect the match to end like that. Miss Marble thinks that might be related to his death somehow, but I just entered the court at the wrong time. I swear by the grave of Babe Zaharias. I have no idea who that is, but I'm pretty sure he had no motive to harm Teach at all. Thank you for telling us what happened. No problem. I just hope the truth comes to light and a fair refereeing is carried out. Sure it will. What's important now is to keep our spirits high and not get disheartened. Men do coat! Keep working on it. These two wear me out. So what do we do now? Don't think we're going to find out much around here. This seems like a good time to visit the crime scene. But Miss Marble said that going near Teacher's room is strictly forbidden. She also said we should stay clear of this case, but here we are. We have to get a look inside the cabin. I'm sure there must be some clue that helps us unravel this mystery. We arrived at Teacher's room. The train staff took the body away, but the idea of seeing this place again is putting me on edge. Are you sure you want to go in? There's no other way. Pretty sure we'll find a clue inside that will be key to working out who the killer is. We have to be brave. What if we get caught? Come on, don't chicken out. If worst comes to worst, I'll take full responsibility for it. Aww. Nah, that was my neck clicking. That was probably a good click, because ow. I'm a little nervous too, actually. There's no time for fear, we find the truth. Oh, my, what do we have here? I didn't actually see what that said before then. We must find the truth. Oh, let's go. 1, 2. Just gonna drop a save. My, what do we have here? Hello, little mouse. You're trying to sneak in. Who is this? She ripped me in a hug while I was totally off guard. Her perfume is really strong. It's making me lose consciousness. That sharp gaze reflects the danger I'll be exposed to if I dare faint. Jeez, that was scary. Are you a friend of Franco's? From my foot. Can't you see her predator face? Friend? Oh, no. Get real friendly if she wants. I'm not really into young girls, but I don't mind making an exception. Help me. Please don't tell anyone you saw us. We don't want to get scolded. Good grief, Shepherd's Room doesn't stop getting visitors lately today. What do you mean? I came back to my cabin after lunch to rest a little and noticed some girl going in. The body was found sometime later and everyone started crowding the place. What a ruckus. Wait, are you saying you saw the last person to see Teach before he was murdered? Yes, maybe. It's a fantastic clue. Please tell us what you saw. Should I? I don't even know your names. Why should I tell you anything at all? You were right. Sorry, my name's Ranko and this is my friend Astrid. Hi. That's better. My name's Christine. A pleasure. Please tell us all you know about that girl. I will, if you let me have a little nibble on your ear. Nope, thank you. Oh, what a shame. Anyway, there's not much I can do to help. The girl was all the way at the end of the corridor, so I didn't pay much attention to her. I think she was a freshman, and she got into Shepherd's room, that's for sure. I heard his voice welcoming her. Freshman. Shepherd's death really blows. Stop thinking about it. Some uplifting news, anything to distract us would be nice. Maybe a little something. Tell us. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday! Have a good one. All the best. Thank you. Mentioned it before. Oh, no worries, Mr. Corners. Have a fabulous day yourself. I will melt into a puddle later, but that's also fabulous, I guess. Catch you later. Why didn't you mention it before? So a party in the dining car right now. Let's go. I'm saying it now to distract us a bit, but the truth is I don't like to celebrate it. Why not? It's great. You get to eat cake until you burst, and everyone treats you like the star of the party for a day. Dunno. I feel like it's an artificial celebration made to simulate the economy, just like all the other celebrations. What about the green card industry? Those poor wigs need to eat too. I know, but it's so weird. Okay, then no party, no presents. Who said anything about no presents? Freshman. You look pretty interested. May I ask what all this is for? We're trying to learn more about Teacher's murder. We want to know who could do such a terrible thing. Got it. You're detective mice. Let me leave you to your inquiries. If you were to listen to some advice from your senior, it's that there's no use crying over spilled milk. At least we'll solve the case once we're back on land. You should spend your time enjoying the rest of the trip. Don't you care at all about Mr. Shepherd's death? Don't you want the murder to pay for what they've done? Honestly, I couldn't care less. They said it's not our job. I thought there was an actually nice person behind that femme fatale acting, but now I see there's only a heartless doll. Sorry for bothering you while we waste our time on what we think is morally correct. Look, kiddo, don't try to judge me after just 5 minutes of chatting. You got on your high horse real fast, even though we literally met each other only a few moments ago. Maybe you should just get to know other people better before getting so big-headed and thinking you have the right to condemn their opinions, especially when they're trying to give advice in good faith. Her eyes are gleaming with a gaze so sharp that my body rejects the thought of giving a reply. She's got me completely paralyzed. I'm sorry. Maybe I went a little too far. It's okay. Don't worry, I like people with a temper. Strong personality makes people taste better. Tasting good, an essential trait for human beings. Well, time to go. Be good and don't get into trouble. Wait, Christine. I can't help but wonder. I know she was far away, but do you remember if that girl was kind of short and long-haired? Yes, I think so, but I can't say for sure. I wasn't really paying much attention. I'm going to go back to my flatmates now. Adieu. Renko, what you just asked, were you thinking about? Yes, I don't want to suspect Irene, but that's where facts are pointing. All things considered, I think it's only fair that we ask her directly. Not because I think she's guilty, but to clear any of our doubts. Irene's our friend. She deserves honesty and explanation of our concerns. She didn't have anything to do with this, then we can defend her from any blame in the future. What if she lies to us to lead us astray? Then in the end, we will learn the truth and she will pay for it. I'm just going to leave that there. I accidentally went into save. Interesting. I think I'm going to end this here. I'm going to have a short break, and I'm going to come back with a new game after the break. Yes. Because there are like several more chapters. Though I feel like that probably ends getting the achievement there, but we'll leave that until we've finished our beat dive as well. So I'm just going to put the end screen up briefly, just to end this segment. I'm not going anywhere. Don't go anywhere. So thanks for watching Murder on the Marine Express. I'll be back in a few moments after this short break.